Georgia. Leading off, number 27, Brody Lowry. Batting second, number 3, Cam Garner. Batting third, number 24, Nash Gustafson. Batting fourth, number 99, Corbin Stevens. Batting fifth, number 12, Chase Favors. Batting sixth, number 7, Mike Dunn. Batting seventh, number 2, Maxton Bonner. Batting eighth, number 8, Hugh Harris. Batting ninth, number 15, Knox Dominic. Batting 10th, number 9, Pierce Spinks. Batting 11th, number 23, Grant Major. Batting 12th, 0, Joe Tanner. The manager, Brandon Lowry, coaches Craig Garner and Brandon Harris. And now the starting lineup for Virginia, the home team on the scoreboard. Leading off, number 44, Steph Faulkner. Batting second, number 25, Colby Cruz. Batting third, number 3, Jack Hay. Batting fourth, number 6, Jamarian Jennings. Batting fifth, number 5, Reed Douglas. Batting sixth, number 15, Remington Bennett. Batting seventh, number 8, Cam Hardy. Batting eighth, number 1, Keegan David. Batting ninth, number 14, Will Overby. Batting 10, number 49, Kenny Alderson. Batting 11,
welcome to the 2026 DYB World Series presented by Smash It Sports. You'll hear the lineups being announced in the background. I'm Kevin Maloney. Today we're bringing you live Division III action here in Laurel, Mississippi. It'll be Troup County, Georgia, the away team, taking on Halifax, Virginia, today's home team. Here today's starting lineups brought to you by Lando Frost Deli Meats. Find their brands in supermarkets nationwide. Check them out at landofrost.com. For the visitors, Georgia, batting first and pitching, 27, Brody Lowry. Batting second and catching, 3, Cam Garner. Batting third in center field, 24, Nash Gustafson. Batting fourth at second base, 99, Corbin Stevens. Batting fifth in left field, 12, Chase Favors. Batting sixth at third base, 7, Mike Dunn. Batting seventh, a substitute, 2, Maxton Bonner. Batting eighth, a substitute, 8, Hugh Harris. Batting ninth at shortstop, 15, Knox Dominic. At first base, batting 10th, number 9, Pierce Spinks. Batting 11th, a substitute, 23, Grant Major. And batting 12th in right field is 0, Joe Tanner. Head manager for Georgia is Brandon Lowry. The coaches are Craig Garner and Brandon Harris. For Halifax, Virginia, the home team on the scoreboard, leading off at shortstop, 44, Steph Faulkner. Batting second at first base, 25, Colby Cruz. Batting third and pitching, 3, Jack Hayes. Batting fourth in right field, 6, Jamarian Jennings. Batting fifth at third base, 5, Reed Douglas. Batting sixth in left field, 15, Remington Bennett. Batting seventh in center field, 8, Cam Hardy. Batting eighth, the substitute, 1, Keegan Davis. Batting ninth and catching, 14, Will Overby. Batting 10th, 49, Kenny Alderson. Batting 11th, 17, Easton Henderson. And batting 12th is 23, Chandler Coleman, playing second base. The manager is John Hayes. Coaches are Brian Henderson and Brad Davis. Let's tell you how both of these teams got here. For Troup County, Georgia, they won 14-4 over Southeast Alabama yesterday. They trailed 2-1 after 2 innings. And they got a 6-run third inning to break it open. Ended up getting a run rule in the 5th inning. Brody Lowry was 2 for 2 with a walk, a run scored, 2 RBIs. Cam Garner was 1 for 2 with 2 ribbies. And Mike Dunn was 1 for 3 with 2 ribbies. 3 pitchers threw 30-plus pitches yesterday for Troup County, Georgia. For Halifax, Virginia, they won 13-3 over Parkwood, Tennessee. They scored in all 4 innings in a 10-run rule win in 4. 8 players combined for 11 hits. Colby Cruz, Jamarian Jennings, and Steph Faulkner with 2 hits apiece. Jamarian Jennings was 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs. Today's winner gets a bye through the next round, and they'll play Sunday at 1 o'clock. So in the field for Virginia from left to right is Bennett, Hardy, and Jennings. Across the diamond, third to first, Douglas, Faulkner, Coleman, and Cruz. Your battery, Hayes pitching, Overby catching. This broadcast is proudly sponsored by Smash It Sports, the online pro shop with the largest selection of baseball and softball gear at the guaranteed lowest prices. Visit smashitsports.com and find everything you need to play your best. Here's Brody Lowry to start it off for Georgia, and he loops one into right field for a base hit. It's a leadoff single for Lowry. 1 pitch, 1 hit.
Now batting number 3, Cam Garner.
Cam Garner, nicknamed the Great Cambino. Going into 4th grade, definitely one of the younger players I've seen on this 10U stage. Lays down a bunt, a nice one. The first baseman charges. It'll be a 3-4 sacrifice bunt to get the runner to second base. So how about that? Just like that, a runner in scoring position for Troup County, Georgia.
Number 24, Gustafson.
Here's Nash Gustafson. Nickname is Smash. Going into 5th grade at, now I don't know in Georgia, is it Lafayette or Lafayette, Christian? One of the two. In Mississippi, we say it a bunch of different ways. Aaron Judge, fan of the Yankees, also plays soccer. He takes a called strike. So Lowry at second base after that sac bunt by Garner. Both of these teams with big wins yesterday, so we know they've got the offense. One scored 14 runs, the other scored 13 runs. It's fouled down the right field line. Big shout out again to our diamond sponsor, Smash It Sports. Whether you're a player chasing your next at bat or a parent gearing up for a future star, Smash It Sports has you covered. Here's a one hopper to shortstop. Faulkner fields it. Strong throw to first, and there's 2 away. Lowry moves up to third base. Here's Corbin Stevens, K-Man, out of LaGrange, Georgia. Favorite MLB player, Chipper Jones. What does he want to do when he grows up? He wants to fly the F-22 in the Air Force. That is, man, a 5th grader already knowing what he wants to do. I think I was 22 when I decided what I wanted to do. So you're well ahead of me. Stevens, the cleanup hitter here. Base hit's going to score the first run of the game. Hayes is looking to leave that runner stranded at third base. Popped up over the second baseman's head, and there will be the first run of the game. An RBI single for Stevens. And Troup County, Georgia on the board first.
To the plate, number 12, Chase Favors.
Well, I just told you a few minutes ago, these are 2 teams that score a lot of runs, so we know one's not going to do it today. It's probably going to be double digits. Here's Chase Favors out of LaGrange, Georgia, going into 5th grade at Rosemont Elementary. takes a ball down. His favorite baseball memory is when his teammates call him Willie Mays Hayes. If you've seen those Major League movies, that's where that reference comes from. A huge lead, and now the runner's going to take off for second, and he's safe. He had to go to second base with that big jump, so it's going to be a stolen base for Stevens. Pretty strong throw from Overby. Stevens was dancing off the bag at first base, and he got to the point where he was so far in between the bag, he had to go to second. Lays down a bunt. He's going to beat that out easily at first base. Nobody covering the bag, but they're not going to throw him out anyway. And look at this. He's going to take second base. Heads up base running from Chase Favors. That looks like Willie Mays Hayes. So runners now at second and third. Aggressive base running. I love it. There will be runs scored today. Base hit's going to score two. Here's Michael Dunn. Big Mike. Yesterday, 1 for 3 with a pair of ribbies. Here's a ground ball to second. Coleman fields it. And a nice job stranding a couple of runners because that could have gotten out of hand quick there. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. 2 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Halifax, Virginia coming to bat for the first time. You're watching the 2026 DYB World Series presented by Smash It Sports.
To show families that Land of Frost Premium Lunch Meat has generous portions for an affordable price, we got help from AI. Oh, yes. Wow.
This is why we don't do artificial.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
Smash Sports is proud to be the diamond sponsor of the 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. Smash Sports is your one-stop shop for everything baseball and softball. Top brands, unbeatable prices, and gear trusted by players and coaches everywhere. From T-ball to the World Series stage, we've got your players and teams covered. Use code DYB15 to save 15% off your order at smashersports.com today.
Tired of missing registration deadlines while managing work and family chaos? Team Pass makes youth sports registration simple. Sign up your kids for their favorite activities in minutes from anywhere. Tell your leagues to get Team Pass now. Visit www.teampass.com.
The love of the game begins with the bat and ball. This is America's game. More than 5 million people are having fun at bat, and even more have answered the call to play ball. With the help of those who came before, our pastime's future is bright. When the lights are brightest, those who came through the pipeline are ready. All roads lead here. Playing for your country, playing for the love of the game, playing for glory.
Welcome back to the 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball Division I AAA World Series from Laurel, Mississippi. Halifax, Virginia coming to bat for the first time. Here's Steph Faulkner.
Leading off for Virginia, number 44, Faulkner.
Defensively for Georgia, there you see them in the powder blues today. I'll give you after this pitch. Skied out of play. A ball and a strike. In the outfield from left to right is Favors, Gustafson, and Tanner. Around the diamond at third base, Dunn, Dominic at short, Stevens at second, Spinks at first, your battery Lowry pitching, and Garner catching. Swings through that one. Stephen Faulkner is his name. His nickname is Steph, and I've got to think he's probably a basketball fan of Steph Curry. Over the top of his helmet there, 2-2. Ellie De La Cruz, fan of the Cincinnati Reds. He's going into 5th grade at South Boston Elementary. Right back to the screen here. You can make plays at any position with Wilson A2K and A2000 baseball gloves. Designed with long-lasting pro stock leather and trusted by elite players like Mookie Betts and the aforementioned Ellie De La Cruz. Visit wilson.com to learn more. Called strike 3. And checking on the pitcher here, Lowry. Did Lowry come up a little limp after that strikeout? It looks like he was trying to stretch out his foot there. Here's Colby Cruz. Fouls this one out of play. Nickname is Coco. From Natalie, Virginia. An Acuna fan of the Braves. Grounds one right back up the middle for a base hit. So a runner aboard for Halifax, Virginia. Brings up Jack Hayes, the Jack Attack. He loves hitting tanks.
Number three, Jack Hayes.
Remember, Halifax, Virginia scored in all 4 innings yesterday. 8 players combined for 11 hits. Colby Cruz, who just got a hit there, he had 2 of them yesterday. Fouled out of play. Ball and a strike. Wind is a whipping out here at the Raising Cane's field. You can see on your screen there in right field, it's pretty good right to left. And the flags out in left field are blowing straight out. Down in the zone, runner thought about it, but didn't go. And how about that? Popping up and making the good throw was Garner. The great Cambino behind the plate. Chopped to short. Gets the lead runner at second, tries to make the turn. He can't. Just a fielder's choice, and there's 2 away. So it brings up Jamarian Jennings.
Number 6, Jamarian Jennings.
Jennings yesterday had a couple hits, a double, 2 RBIs. Swings at the first pitch. The right fielder, Tanner, had a beat on it, and he'll squeeze it for the 3rd out. So a quick bottom of the 1st inning for Halifax, Virginia. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on base. We've played 1 in Laurel. It's Troup County, Georgia 1. Halifax, Virginia nothing. You're watching the 2026 DYB World Series presented by Smash It Sports.
Healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasting, Brad. Cheese, 10 more, go.
I'm getting shredded.
Land of Frost Premium Meat, now in hot honey flavors.
Are you frustrated with league management systems that make you feel like you need an engineering degree to use them? Introducing Team Pass, a youth sports management system made simple. No more complicated pages or confusing websites. Team Pass gives you quick and easy tools for better league management at a price less than a gallon of gas. You can spend less time working and more time playing. Visit www.teampass.com for more information.
To show families that Land of Frost premium lunch meat has generous portions for an affordable price, we got help from AI. Oh yes. Wow.
This is why we don't do artificial.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
Smasher Sports is proud.
49 is at second base. Here's Maxton Bonner for Georgia to lead it off. Takes a called strike. Troup County, Georgia had a run on 3 hits in the first inning. They stranded a pair. Max going into 4th grade at Long Cane Elementary. He rounds this ball to second. The new second baseman, Alderson. And there's one away. So a couple of defensive changes for Halifax, Virginia. Now in left field is Davis. Alderson's at second base. Henderson's in right field. I mean, you can see the second baseman's dad. I don't know if you can see it right behind here. Yeah, you can see him, I think, on your camera there. He is coaching. You could tell that he is talking directly to his son at second base. He's wearing the number 49 jersey. There he is. He's locked in, and you could tell his sole attention is based off second base right now where his son is. Here's Hugh Harris, 1-1 count to him. Up in the zone.
Hugh Harris.
Going into 5th grade at Rosemont. Popped up into right field. How about this? Henderson on a beat. Couldn't get to it, but he's running all the way. And putting the brakes on was Harris, but with the way that throw came in, he probably could have got to second base, but wisely anyway, just went back to first. It's a 1-out single for Hugh Harris.
Now with the plate, number 15, Dominique.
So I mentioned the new right fielder is Henderson, and that wind is doing tricks out there. I'm telling you, that wind is whipping in right field, and Henderson was running full speed and still could not get to that ball. Knox Dominic at Harris County. Wants to be a professional baseball player. Favorite baseball player is Drake Baldwin, and his favorite team are the Braves. Hayes into his 2nd inning of work. Another big jump by the runner, Harris. I mean, they're trying to bait the throw, and they got it. He's probably going to end up at third base here. He is going for third. Okay, I thought he was waving him home there. But he's going to go first to third. I'm telling you, just enough to bait the throw at first base, and he does. And the runner's going to go first to third on the errant throw. So now a runner in scoring position for Troup County, Georgia. Now you probably see why they scored 14 runs yesterday. If they bait you into throws like that, and they're trying to take bases any way they can. 2 balls and 2 strikes now your count on Dominic. Lined into the outfield for a base hit. That'll score the second run of the game. It's an RBI single for Dominic. So the error that allowed Harris to move up 2 bases. Dominic pays it off with a base hit. 2-0 Georgia. Here's Pierce Spinks. First pitch he sees is popped up. Shortstop says he's got it. Faulkner for the second out. Here's Grant Major. LaGrange, Georgia, going into 5th grade at Hollis Hand. Favorite baseball memory is playing in the 8U World Series and coming back to beat Tennessee in the semifinals. Speaking of Tennessee, if you were around Laurel, Mississippi yesterday, you might have seen a Tennessee Titans bus. Well, that bus was actually had members of the Tennessee All-Stars here. So they let them use their bus. They don't need it right now because they're in training camp right now in Nashville, so they let them use their bus. Grant also plays soccer, basketball, and golf. Starting early on golf, that means you'll be really good here probably in about 5 or 6 years. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 away here in the top of the second. Troup County, Georgia leads 2-0 on a pair of RBI singles. 2-2. The winner of this game will get a bye and play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. There's the 3rd out of the inning. But Troup County, Georgia does get 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Halifax, Virginia trails 2-0. You're watching the 2026 DYB World Series presented by Smash It Sports.
The 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. Smash It Sports is your one-stop shop for everything baseball and softball. Top brands, unbeatable prices, and gear trusted by players and coaches everywhere. From T-ball to the World Series stage, we've got your players and teams covered. Use code DYB15 to save 15% off your order at SmashItSports.com today.
Tired of missing registration deadlines while managing work and family chaos? Team Pass makes youth sports registration simple. Sign up your kids for their favorite activities in minutes from anywhere. Tell your leagues to get Team Pass now. Visit www.teampass.com.
The love of the game begins with the bat and ball. This is America's game. More than 5 million people are having fun at bat. And even more have answered the call to play ball. With the help of those who came before, our pastime's future is bright. when the lights are brightest, those who came through the pipeline are ready. All roads lead here. Playing for your country, playing for the love of the game, playing.
Reed Douglas leads it off for Halifax, Virginia. In the bottom of the second inning, you're watching the 2026 DYB World Series presented by Smash It Sports. Big Pookie, as he's known by his teammates, takes that ball outside 2-0. No batting gloves approach. I love it. Oh, excuse me, a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. I was watching his reaction. I saw him shaking his head. I thought, hey, good job watching that one. 2-1. Bryce Harper, fan of the Phillies, also plays a good bit of cornhole. 3-1. Ground ball to second. Stevens will field it. There's one away. A couple of defensive changes for Georgia. In right field now is Hugh Harris. And Grant Major now at first base. Major delivered the final out in the last inning. And now he moved over to first base. Here's Remington Bennett. Going into 5th grade at Scottsburg Elementary. Likes to hunt and fish. Wasn't sure about that when he swung at it. It's a ball and a strike. Favorite baseball memory is having the highest batting average during the state tournament for the division. He's behind the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Like so many others, wants to be a Major League Baseball player. 2-2. Halifax, Virginia had a single in the first and then was retired on a fly out to right. This is Brody Lowry into his second inning of work. Lowry had a little bit extra on that one. It's down in the zone. Count is run full. Here's the payoff. Down in the dirt. It's ball 4. So 1 out base runner. That brings up Cam Hardy.
Now batting, number 8, Cam Hardy.
Out of Halifax County, Virginia, going into 6th grade. Loves the competition, playing the game of baseball. Aaron Judge fan, all rise. Behind the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That rain that came through yesterday may have cooled us down about 5 degrees today, so we do appreciate that. I mean, it's still hot, don't get me wrong. It's the summer in Mississippi. Hey, today's August 1st. How about that? Man, summer just flew by. Another payoff pitch. Got him swinging on this one. He walked the last guy on the full count, but he gets Hardy down on strikes. Today, 85 degrees.
Number one, Keegan Davis.
85 degrees here in Laurel, and it feels like 96. So in my opinion, you should just say it's 96 degrees. Here's Keegan Davis. Ball and a strike after he swings through that one. He also plays basketball, soccer, and golf.
35 pitches for Lowry.
Favorite baseball memory was getting a game-winning hit at their state tournament. Trying to keep the inning alive here. Nice pitch on the outside corner there from Lowry, who just went over 35 pitches. Here's a ground ball to short. Dominic will step on the bag for the force out. That'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, one left on base. We have played 2 complete here in Laurel, Mississippi at the 2026 DYB World Series. It's Troup County, Georgia 2, Halifax, Virginia nothing. Back shortly here on the YouTube channel.
See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasting, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Land of Frost premium meat, now in hot honey flavors.
Are you frustrated with league management systems that make you feel like you need an engineering degree to use them? Introducing TeamPass, a youth sports management system made simple. No more complicated pages or confusing websites. TeamPass gives you quick and easy tools for better league management at a price less than a gallon of gas. You can spend less time working and more time playing. Visit www.teampass.com for more information.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Sadler Insurance. They have been the endorsed insurance provider for DYB for decades. Think of Sadler Insurance for all your sports insurance needs. Quotes are available instantly at sadlersports.com. They insure teams, leagues, camps, tournament hosts, and sports facilities. It's a one-stop shop. Sadlersports.com. One pitch, one out, as Joe Tanner trying to lay down a bunt to reach base, but he is thrown out. 1-3, and we'll go back to the top of the order here. Here's Brody Lowry. He singled and scored in the first. He's your pitcher today. Lined into the gap in right center field, and this could be 2, maybe 3 bases. The ball just died in the outfield. That is a huge break. That ball was clobbered into right center field, and it just stopped rolling. Or that's probably a stand-up triple. You see that ball's laced out there, and then all of a sudden the ball just stopped. Great camera work there to get that. Like, I knew I wasn't crazy. I was like, that ball should be rolling and hit the fence there, but it kind of just did a backspin, and it's a stand-up double. Here's Cam Garner. He had a sac bunt in the first inning. The great Cambino. No balls, 2 strikes now to Cam Garner. Garner is the catcher. He hits one into right center field. They are going to wave the runner home. He was kind of delayed coming around. Is that going to cost him? No, he's safe. He got underneath the tag. But Lowry slowed down a little bit coming around. It's going to be an RBI single for Garner, and he's going to move up on the throw. It's now 3-0 for Nash Gustafson. We did have some defensive changes for Virginia. We'll get that in a second for you. This pitch is flied into left field. That's going to land for a base hit. Both of them just kind of stopped running there, and it landed right in between them for a base hit. So back-to-back-to-back hits here for Troup County, Georgia. We know we have a new second baseman. 1-1 your count to the hitter Corbin Stevens. This ball's lined down the field, down the right field line. They're going to hold the runner, so the bases are going to be loaded. Ball gets away on the throw from right field. That's going to score 2. And the runner's going to go all the way to third. So what would have been just a single and the bases loaded turns into a single, an error, and 2 runs. Just really no need to throw that ball. The runners had all stopped at their bases. So that's a new right fielder. And there was no reason for him to throw that ball. All the runners were standing on their bags. And so the E9 allows the runner at second and third to score. And just like that, it's 5-0 Troup County, Georgia. So we know we have a new second baseman and a new right fielder.
Oh, you got it now? Oh, okay. We're good. We're good right now.
All right, defensive changes for Virginia. Jennings in right field. He's the one that had that errant throw that ended up scoring 2 runs. Bennett in left, Coleman at second. Tries to lay down a sack bunt here was Favors, Chase Favors. He singled in the first inning. Sometimes the best play on defense is no play. Sometimes it's better just to hold the ball. You try to see players sometimes throw runners out at home plate and when they're trying to advance bases, but sometimes you might just want to hold it. With the bases loaded, you had to force out at any bag. Now Favors a base hit or anything on the right side of the field is going to make it 6-0. Just like that, a ground ball to second base off the pitcher's glove. Second baseman can't come up with it. How about 5 consecutive hits in the inning? And it's 6-0 Georgia. After a 1-pitch, 1-out to the 12-hitter Tanner, we've gone double, single, 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 single. That ball's dribbled off the glove of the first baseman. Second base can't get there in time, and now 6-0 Georgia. And let's see, we may have some defensive changes. Virginia is going to call a timeout. This is a great chance for us to tell you about Synergy Sports. All of us here would like to thank the City of Laurel and the gang at Laurel Parks and Recreation for their kind hospitality throughout our 2-week stay here. For those watching our broadcast, check out visitlaureljones.com for more information. Special thanks to Diamond Youth Baseball for trusting us to bring DYB players, family, and friends a fun and entertaining World Series broadcast for the last 2 seasons. We look forward to returning again next year from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Today's game is brought to you by Lando Frost, a family-owned company that sees great importance in keeping communities and their families healthy and active. Check them out at landofrost.com. We do have some more defensive changes for Virginia. You're definitely going to have a new pitcher. And this is just about like a water break here, honestly, a hydration break. You're going to have looks like multiple changes. Halifax won 13-3 yesterday, so we know they can score runs. 25 is your new pitcher for Virginia. That's Colby Cruz. He was at first base, so you'll have a new first baseman.
Number 25, Colby Cruz.
The coach is kind of blocking us there on who the first baseman is. But this is Cruz beginning his warm-up tosses. He's going to face Big Mike, Michael Dunn. Number 3, Jack Hayes, going to first base. The good thing is there is no number 7 on the roster, so that made it really easy for us to know that that was a 3. These numbers do squinch together, especially on the red on the blue.
At the plate, number 7, Dunn.
Dunn grounded out to end the first inning for Georgia. 5 hits already in the inning. Ten for the game. We're only in the third. One and one. This ball's lined into right field. It'll get down for a base hit. Throw comes in to second base. A runner's going to move to third. So first and third goes Favors. And there's runners on the corners.
The next batter, number 2, Bonner.
Runner's going to take up, steal second base easily. No throw back there. So 2 runners in scoring position for Troup County, Georgia. Here's Maxton Bonner behind the count, no balls and a strike. Swings through that one, 0-2. Anything in the outfield here, the gap in right center field is massive. So if he can just kind of wait back a little bit and put something out there, that's going to be a bases clearing double, no doubt. favorite baseball memory is his first time catching. Today he's a substitute. And I know, let's see if he's playing in the field right now. He's not playing in the field right now. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike 3. Second out of the inning. It'll bring up Hugh Harris, Willie Hugh, Pine Mountain, Georgia native. He singled and scored in the second. Cruz trying to strand 2 runners, let his offense work. Here's a ground ball to short. It's going to have to be a quick throw. Not going to be in time. An infield single for Harris, and that's going to score a run. The runner's going to move up from first to third, or excuse me, second to third. And now the ball gets away again. And again, like earlier, there was no need to throw it. The runner's already standing on the bag. And it's just an errant throw and not needed, and it's going to score another run. So sometimes it's best just to hold the ball. And just like that, it's 8-0 now. A ground ball that may have got you out of the inning, and now there's another runner in scoring position. Here's Knox Dominic. 7 hits in the inning. I've got 3 errors in the game for Virginia. Dominic had an RBI single in the second inning. Ended up scoring Harris. Misses outside. Four games here on the DYB YouTube channel today. I'll have the first 2. Mark Easley will have the last 2 for you. Next game scheduled for a noon start. And there's a break in there, and then I think you come back at, 3, 4 o'clock today for a couple more. This one's fouled. I thought he fouled it out of play, but I guess he missed it. And a pass ball is going to score another one. I thought that Dominic may have fouled that off, but home plate umpire said no. Pops out of the mid of the catcher and scores another one, 9-0. 2-2 now, the count to Dominic. Here's a ground ball. Coleman can't come up with it. And another runner on base. Pierce Spinks now will bat. He popped up in the second.
Number 9, Spinks.
And you see sometimes, unfortunately, that, one mistake snowballs into 2, 3, 4 mistakes. We're hoping to get out of the inning with just a 6-0 deficit, and that's ballooned to 9 runs now. Couple of errors in the inning. And then right now, Georgia's just hitting the ball and putting it in play, and it's making things happen. 11th batter here in the inning. Still 0-2 to Spinks. Again, fouls it out of play. Trying to keep the inning alive. They've scored 7 in the inning.
We're the Liberty Mutual commercial now. False findings from everywhere.
A wild pitch is going to allow that runner to get up to second base. And another runner in scoring position for Georgia. So Spink's base hit here is going to play another one. Run roll is 15 after 3, 10 after 4. Spinks has fouled off several to keep this AB alive. This is another ball in the dirt. Another wild pitch going to move the runner to third. Virginia just trying to find that third out. Get the offense back on the field. See if they can't cut into this deficit. Again, Spinks. He's right on top of that baseball. He has fouled off at least 4 pitches. Takes this one down in the dirt. 3-2. So he's behind 0-2 immediately. Fouled off 2 in a row. Couple wild pitches, and now he's battled back to a full count. The payoff. Another foul ball. What a battle here. Spinks refusing to go down. And Cruz just looking to put a ball in play or strike out to end the inning. Who's going to win the battle? Down in the dirt, and what an at-bat from Spinks. At least double-digit pitches there.
No, catcher got hit on the top. It was just above the shin guard.
So a delay here as that's where I'll be shortly. I know my 2 boys will be out here in by the next 15 minutes, and I can guarantee you if you cut to that shot the second time in this game, at least one of mine will be out there. So the catcher, Overby, might have taken a ball, we think, right on the inside of the thigh there. That never feels good. His teammates all taking a knee, waiting. Definitely get him some Gatorade, some water, loosen up that leg a little bit. If you're Halifax, Virginia, it's just the inning that will not end. They're trying to get that third out, give the offense a chance. Spinks just battled double-digit pitches. And he'll bring up Grant Major. Major's going to represent the number 11 hitter in the inning. And we'll take a short break and come back. We'll let them work on the catcher Overby and bring you some more action here from the 2026 DYB World Series presented by Smash It Sports.
Show families that Land of Frost Premium Lunch Meat has generous portions for an affordable price. We got help from AI. Oh, yes. Wow.
This is why we don't do artificial.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
Smash Sports is proud to be the diamond sponsor of the 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. Smasher Sports is your one-stop shop for everything baseball and softball. Top brands, unbeatable prices, and gear trusted by players and coaches everywhere. From T-ball to the World Series stage, we've got your players and teams covered. Use code DYB15 to save 15% off your order at smashersports.com today.
Tired of missing registration deadlines while managing work and family chaos? Team Pass makes youth sports registration simple. Sign up your kids for their favorite activities in minutes from anywhere. Tell your leagues to get Team Pass now. Visit www.teampass.com.
The love of the game begins with the bat and ball. This is America's game. More than 5 million people are having fun at bat, and even more have answered the call to play ball. With the help of those who came before, our pastime's future is bright. When the lights are brightest, those who came through the pipeline are ready. All roads lead here. Playing for your country, playing for the love of the game, playing for glory.
Well, Will Overby, he's got a future in being a catcher later on in life, because sometimes they would probably just hang it up when a ball catches you on the inside of the thigh. They let him walk it out. Catchers are usually one of the toughest players on the field. And for sure, Overby, he probably could have called it a day and subbed out of the game, but he stuck with it. So here's Grant Major. This inning that just seems to not end. 11th hitter for Team Georgia. That's a wild pitch. Runner's going to come in, sliding in, and it's now 10-0. And Spinks will move up to third. Fantastic work there by one of the coaches for Laurel. Or maybe just a Laurel fan. He was getting that baseball down. Here's the final out of the inning. That was Major. But not before Team Georgia ends up plating 8 runs. They send 11 to the plate, and they'll take a 10-0 lead to the bottom of the third inning. Halifax with lots of work to do. Back shortly on the 2026 DYB World Series presented by Smash It Sports.
See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasting, bread. Cheese, 10 more, go.
I'm getting shredded.
Land of Frost premium meat, now in hot honey flavors.
Are you frustrated with league management systems that make you feel like you need an engineering degree to use them? Introducing Team Pass, a youth sports management system made simple. No more complicated pages or confusing websites. Team Pass gives you quick and easy tools for better league management at a price less than a gallon of gas. You can spend less time working and more time playing. Visit www.teampass.com for more information.
To show families that Land of Frost premium lunch meat has generous portions for an affordable price, we got help from AI. Oh, yes. Wow.
This is why we don't do artificial.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost premium meat.
Smasher Sports is proud to be the diamond sponsor of the 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. Smasher Sports is your one-stop shop for everything baseball and softball. Top brands, unbeatable prices, and gear trusted by players and coaches everywhere. From T-ball to the World Series stage, we've got your players and teams covered. Use code DYB15 to save 15% off your order at smashersports.com today.
Tired of missing?
Back here for the bottom half of the third. Halifax, Virginia with work to do. Will Overby, Wink, will lead it off for Virginia. Tons of defensive changes for Georgia. The battery has changed. Garner, who was catching, is now pitching. Harris catching. Spinks at first base. Dunn at second. Bonner in right. Tanner in left. I think that's all of them. Overby batting for the first time. He's behind the count, no balls, 2 strikes. So the great Cambino now pitching. The littlest man on the field. New third baseman is now Stevens, and look at that. The ball finds him at third. Strong throw over, nice scoop by the new first baseman, Spinks. The ball will find you. I'm sitting here telling you who's at third base, and the ball's hit to it. That's Corbin Stevens.
At the plate, 49. Kenny Alderson.
1 away. Halifax, Virginia, just so far with the 1 hit. They had a walk in the second. Here's Kenny Alderson. Ball and a strike to him. Unfortunately, do not have a bio sheet on Kenny. Takes it up high, 3-1. So if you're Virginia, you need base runners any way possible. And it's a 1-out walk. Bring up Easton Henderson.
The batter, number 17, Easton Henderson.
The number 11 hitter in the order. Attends Meadville Elementary. Here's a wild pitch that's going to get Alderson down to second base. Here's the 2-0 to Henderson. Down in the dirt, 3-0. So if you're Garner, you got to come in and throw strikes with a 10-0 lead. In danger of walking back-to-back batters. And he does. A 4-pitch walk. So Virginia trying to get something going. It's the number 12 hitter in Chandler Coleman. Chan Man. See, the coach for Georgia going to come out and had a quick word, and you know it's probably, hey, buddy, settle down, throw it in the strike zone, let your defense work behind you. You got a 10-0 lead. Words of encouragement. Just come out and throw a strike right here, and you'll get some of that confidence back.
Number 23, Chandler Coleman.
Says he is living his favorite baseball memory right now, coming to the DYB World Series. And just like that, there you go, Garner. Pump you in a strike. That'll make you feel so much better. Now let's see if he can keep it in the zone there. He does. Here's a ground ball to short. Gets the lead runner at third. Heads up there by Dominic to get the force at third. And gets Alderson on the 6-5 put out. So now again, first and second, but 2 away for the top of the order and Steph Faulkner. Way out in front of that one, and look out at the McAllister stand. Mom picks up the baseball with baby in hand. And it's a good thing those McAllister's tents are pointed at the top, because that actually could have been worse if it wasn't. They're just trying to order a sweet tea, and then a baseball smacks you right in the back of the head. Three balls and a strike. You see all the tents right here. It's like I'm in Omaha, Tent City. Popped up, first base side, long run for Spinks. The pitcher also can't come up with it. And new life for Faulkner. So the game coming up after this, Van Cleve, Mississippi, and Louisiana, they've already got their tents ready to move forward whenever these tents get broken down. So this is well-oiled machine over here. Struck him out to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on base, 3 in the books here in Laurel, Mississippi, Georgia, 10. Virginia, nothing. Back shortly at the 2026 DYB World Series presented by Smash It Sports.
Managing work and family chaos, Team Pass makes youth sports registration simple. Sign up your kids for their favorite activities in minutes from anywhere. Tell your leagues to get Team Pass now. Visit www.teampass.com.
The love of the game begins with the bat and ball. This is America's game. More than 5 million people are having fun at bat. And even more have answered the call to play ball. With the help of those who came before, our pastime's future is bright. When the lights are brightest, those who came through the pipeline are ready. All roads lead here. Playing for your country, playing for the love of the game, playing for glory.
See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted and bread. Cheese, 10 more, go.
I'm getting shredded.
Land of Frost premium meat, now in hot honey flavors.
Are you frustrated with league management systems that make you feel like you need an engineering degree to use them? Introducing Team Pass, a youth sports management system made simple. No more complicated pages or confusing websites. Team Pass gives you quick and easy tools for better league management at a price less than a gallon of gas. You can spend less time working and more time playing. Visit www.teampass.com for more information.
Back here in Laurel, Mississippi, Troup County, Georgia leads it 10-0. Here's Joe Tanner, Joe Dirt. Loved the first Joe Dirt. Do not watch the second. One of those funny movies that you cannot watch the sequel. 1 pitch, 1 out for Tanner. That's the new third baseman, Hayes. So Jennings in right, Cruz at first, Alderson at second, Coleman now pitching. It's got to feel good for the new pitcher to get one pitch, one out. 8 runs across for Georgia in the last inning. Here's Brody Lowry. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Oh, over the top of his head there. I think he's the one last inning that had that ball in the right center field gap where the ball just stopped rolling. It did a backspin. Looks like my sand wedge. This one's lined out into center field. He's 3 for 3. All 3 hits in the outfield. Hit one to right, right center, and now again to center field. Here's the great Cambino. Was catching, now he's pitching. He's 1 for 1 with a sac bunt and an RBI single. That sac bunt in the first allowed Lowry to eventually come around and score on an RBI single by Stevens. Would think he's swinging away here again. As it stands right now, Georgia 5 outs away from the run rule. First pitch swinging to the third baseman. Gonna go to first. Second baseman was standing there ready to try to turn the double play. And the runner, Lowry, is going to move up to second base. Garner's going to be retired 5 to 3. So the new third baseman, Hayes, just decided, hey, let's get the for sure out at first base. And there's 2 away. This one's popped up. The pitcher can't come up with it. It's going to be an infield single for Gustafson. He's 2 for 3. Lowry going to get down to third base. So here's Corbin Stevens. He's already 2 for 2 with an RBI. Pitch going to get away from the catcher. Both runners going to move up. Scores another run for Georgia. Gustafson now gets all the way to third base. Stevens looking for his second RBI of the game. Favorite baseball memory was 2 years ago, hit an inside the park home run. Saw one of those here yesterday. I believe it was Greenville, Alabama that had the inside the parker. That's one of the most aggressive teams I have seen on the base pass. They can move. I've only seen a couple games here this weekend, but to me, the way they hit the ball and the way they run, they're going to be a favorite, I think. And I think it may have hit him there. So first and third. Favors now, who's 2 for 2 with an RBI, steps in. Willie Mays, Hayes fan.
Favors.
The runner going to move up to second base. In college, we would call that catcher's indifference. I'm not going to give you a stolen base when you're up 11-0, but it does move the runner into scoring position. 14 hits for Georgia. And they're going to end up playing tomorrow at 1 o'clock. There's a couple games that have to be played before they find out who they play again, but they'll be 2-0. You got Texas and South Carolina in the game coming up. The winner of those two games, whoever wins that game, that's who Georgia's going to play. Van Cleve, Mississippi, and Louisiana coming up next when this one ends. That will schedule for noon. And it hits him and loads the bases. So here's Michael Dunn, Big Mike.
The batter,
Done.
now batting number 3, Trent Hill.
So a visit with the whole infield there on the mound. This is not an elimination game, so if you're Virginia, you're probably just saying, hey, let's get this final out right here. We get to bat one more time, and then we'll play again and see if we can't keep moving through the losers bracket. But not an elimination game. Both of these teams 1-0 so far. Georgia won 14-4 over Alabama. Halifax, Virginia 13-3 over Parkwood, Tennessee. Two and 0, or excuse me, 1-0. Favorite memory for Big Mike was winning state in 24 and 26. He's hoping to pick up a couple RBIs here. He had 2 yesterday. And he's got it lined up for the next 10 to 15 years of his life, what he wants to do. He says, first, I would like to become a chef and own my own restaurant, but that's only after playing in the NFL.
Hey, that's not a bad deal. They're getting Liberty Mutual balls here on the team sport. I mean, the baseball field. Now batting number 19, Davion Darby. That was the ball that flew over the field.
3-1. Got 2 pretty quick outs, and then the ball that was hit to third that could have started the double play and in the inning was thrown to first to get the for sure out, and now we got them loaded. Big Mike hits it to third, and a great play by the third baseman Hayes there to get the final out of the inning. So we'll head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Halifax needs 2 runs to keep the game alive. They'll have 2, 3, 4 due up when we return here in Laurel, Mississippi. You're watching the 2026 DYB World Series presented by Smash It Sports.
Has generous portions for an affordable price. We got help from AI. Oh, yes. Wow.
This is why we don't do artificial.
Make the smart choice. Blanda Frost Premium Meat.
Smash Sports is proud to be the diamond sponsor of the 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. Smash Sports is your one-stop shop for everything baseball and softball. Top brands, unbeatable prices, and gear trusted by players and coaches everywhere. From T-ball to the World Series stage, we've got your players and teams covered. Use code DYB15 to save 15% off your order at smashersports.com today.
Tired of missing registration deadlines while managing work and family chaos? Team Pass makes youth sports registration simple. Sign up your kids for their favorite activities in minutes from anywhere. Tell your leagues to get Team Pass now. Visit www.teampass.com.
The love of the game begins with the bat and ball. This is America's game. More than 5 million people are having fun at bat. And even more have answered the call to play ball. With the help of those who came before, our pastime's future is bright. When the lights are brightest, those who came through the pipeline are ready. All roads lead here. Playing for your country, playing for the love of the game, playing for glory.
Back here in Laurel, Mississippi at the DYB World Series, it's Colby Cruz for Halifax, Virginia. New battery. Hugh Harris now pitching. And Cambino has gone back. That's 1 pitch, 1 out. It's one of the best balls we've seen hit by Virginia, but it's right into the glove of Tanner. So Cam Garner, who started the game catching, is now back behind the plate. Here's Jack Hayes, Jack Attack, going into 5th grade at Cluster Springs Elementary. There's 2 away now as that ball is squeezed by Dominic at short. And this will be Jamarian Jennings, who's trying to keep the game alive. He flew out to right in the 1st inning. Behind the count, no balls, 2 strikes. He's not going to be cheated, though, with those couple swings. Ground ball to short, Dominic. Nice hustle there by Jennings. He's going to beat it out for an infield single, and then the ball's going to get away from first base. And I think Spinks is hurt at first base. He is. He's down at first base. That stretch there, I'm not sure if he got stepped on. He may have gotten stepped on when he was trying to stretch there. But it's going to be an infield single and then an error on the throw. And now we're checking on Spinks at first base. Definitely favoring the back of his right leg. My guess is that he definitely got stepped on. And he's going to get, I think, substituted out of this ball game. He is. And that's going to be number 9. Oh, that was supposed to be Spinks that was in the game, so that was a substitute. Apologize, that's not Spinks. That was Grant Major who was at first base. We didn't get that change in Major, but now Spinks is back in, so we hope that Mr. Major's all right. Here's Big Pookie, Reed Douglas.
Number 5, Douglas.
Fouls this one out of play. One of the toughest parts of Little League Baseball is all the changes. Sometimes there's some easy ones, just switching positions, and sometimes you get 5 or 6 subs at a time. We did not have that change. Here's a ground ball hit to second. Dunn. He's going to have to hurry. Not in time. Another infield single. So first and third for Virginia. They need 2 to extend the ball game. Here's Remington Bennett. Likes to hunt and fish. He walked in the second inning. First pitch grounded to third. The play is at first. A high throw, and that was Spinks that came back down with it. That'll end the ball game. So for Halifax, Virginia, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. They strand 2. And Troup County, Georgia is going to win this one 11-0. That third inning when they scored 7 runs. Really was the difference in the game. I mean, I'd say our USA Baseball play of the game, you could maybe say Lowry in the leadoff position. He was 3 for 3. That third inning, all those runs in the third inning, that was really the difference. Can't remember us having really any huge defensive plays in that game. It was just an offensive onslaught for Troup County, Georgia. So we'll go with this as our USA Baseball play of the game. That's that ball, the RBI single that scored Lowry. That was the first run of the game. That was Stevens, and from there it was 11 unanswered. So coming up next here on the DYB YouTube channel, it'll be Van Cleve, Mississippi and Pontiff, Louisiana coming up. First pitch hopeful for around noon, 12:05. So appreciate you joining us here on the DYB Sports Network, and we'll see you for game 2 of the day shortly.